Hi there, my name's Mark and welcome to today's total body workout. As always, you will need to have a set of dumbbells for best results. Not completely necessary though, a lot of stuff can be done with just your own body weight or a kettlebell or anything else you've got lying around the house. Start off with a bit of mobility first, so when you're ready, take the feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Just start off with a few split arm swings first. One arm up, one arm down. Find my words, let's get started. So as always, a few minutes just to loosen up through the shoulders, bit of mobility and warmth into the joints. And as always, as we go through the workout today, feel free to take all the variations and options that I demonstrate. 3 rounds on each block of exercises, so you've got plenty of time to progress and challenge your body. Okay, relax the arms, alternating knee lifts. So when you're ready, ground down, lift the knee up, find your balance, and then switch sides. So we want to get this opening into the hips and this grounding down through the supporting legs. So ground down through all 5 toes. You know I like to train barefoot for the simple reason that gives us more opportunity to think about this movement into the feet, this stability working from the ground up. Good, pause there. Take the feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Drop down into a bodyweight squat. Pause there for a moment and then extend all the way up. Do that about 5 or 6 times. So drop down, little pause. So as you do so, keep the weight grounded into the big toes. Keep the chest lifted and really feel into this length and alignment into the spine. Should feel nice and easy moving through the knees there. Good, let's do that one more time. And then from here, pause at the bottom, bring the hands forward, then make your way into this pike position, downward facing dog. But soften the knees up a little bit, lift the tailbone, get that length into the spine, and then ground one heel down, one heel up. Switch over to the other side. We'll do that a couple more on each leg. So one heel down, one heel up. That nice stretch into the calves. Good, ground both heels down. And then step one foot forward to the outside of the hands. Lift up onto the knuckles or the fingertips if you need to. And feel this length into the spine. Keep the back leg nice and active. Then from here, take a little twist and rotation in. So reach up, look towards the back, bring that top arm reach forward. Let's do that one more time. So big stretch up and around. Get that movement into the ribs and that nice big movement into the shoulders. Palms grounded from there. Return to this pike position. Downward facing dog, lengthening through the back of the legs into the hamstrings. And then step your other leg forward to the outside of the hands. Take a moment to settle here. Find this length into the body. So back knee stays active and lifting up. And then from there, take a little twist and rotation in. Big stretch back. Good. Let's do that one more time. Big stretch up, over and back. Good job. Come back to the center. Palms grounded. From here, return to this downward facing dog. Feel this length into the spine. Straighten out through the legs maybe a little bit more if you like. And then from here, soften the knees. Slowly start to walk the hands in towards your feet. And then from here, hands on the knees, flat back, long spine. And then slowly start to roll all the way up. Give those arms, legs a good shake out, loosen up. So we're going to get started. So for the first block of work, you'll need to have a dumbbell for some single arm rows. We're going to do this lateral squat exercise as well. So grab your dumbbell and then have one leg forward, then have the other leg back just a little bit. Bring the hand down on the thigh, flat back, and then let's begin. So you want to take 30 seconds on each side. Big squeeze into the back, strong into the core, this length into the spine. Feel like you want to wrap the elbow around the rib cage as you row. Good, last one. And then switch over, other side. So supporting leg, take the hand on the thigh, and then other leg, we just step back so the toes are just behind the heel. A little bit different to what we do with that long lunge. And so what it does is get us a little bit more focused on core strength and lower back work as well. Good, last one. Perfect. All right, standing up, shake the legs out. So what we're going to do is lateral squat. So start with the feet about hip distance apart, and then bring the hand in here, or the dumbbell I should say, just underneath the chin. And then from here, what we do is we take a wide step together, and then a wide step together. So I'm going to show you a couple of different options to get us started. And then if you want, you bring the knee up at the end. So wide squat, knee lift to balance. Step wide and together. And then the knee comes up. And so as we lift the knee, focus on this balance into the body. Ground down through the supporting leg. Draw in through the core. And so a target zone to think about on the squat is to have the knee elbows just on the inside of the knees. Good. Drop, load, lift, and balance. Oh, almost lost it there. 15 seconds to go. And so as you move through these blocks of work, you've got 1 minute on each exercise with a 30-second transition or recovery time between each one. Okay, good. All right, shake out the legs, loosen up. So that's our first round done. So if you need a quick drink, grab a quick drink. And so remember, as you move into round 2 and you start to increase the resistance a little bit, first leg takes the weight. Second leg, the feet are about shoulder width apart. Back heel is lifted. We've got that length into the spine. So come on down, grab your dumbbell, find that length into the spine. When you're ready, let's go. 30 seconds each side. And so what round 2 does is it gives us the ability to focus a little bit more on the alignment and technique into the body. So wrap the elbow around the ribs, big squeeze into the side of the back. Get that little pause at the top. Okay, good. All right, swap over, other side. So set, lengthen, and then row. Remember to get the pause at the top, big squeeze into the side of the back. And always looking forward with the chest, so maintain that length into the spine. Okay, good job. All the way up. Shake out the legs, loosen up. So you got 30 seconds between each exercise, so take a moment, catch your breath, and then find this alignment into the legs. And so option to add overhead extension. So from here, once again, step down, elbows to the inside knees, drop down, and then if you want, lift the knee and take the arms up overhead. All right. Join in when you're ready. So drop low, push out of the feet, drop, drive, and balance. And so these sideway movements working into what they call the lateral plane or frontal plane of movement. And so you'll notice that as we go through the workout, always try to tap into those 3 directions or those 3 planes of movement: forward, back, sides, and rotations. And so a nice balanced workout or a nice balanced movement practice should always incorporate all those 3 directions, sometimes focusing on one more than the other, but still being rounded and balanced across all 3. Okay, good job. All right, 30-second breather, third and final set coming up. So the 3 rounds go through quite quickly, 60 on, 30 off, so it's a nice strength interval training formula to keep the heart rate up, keep the body moving, keep us engaged, but just enough time to catch your breath between each one. So first leg set, hand on the thigh for balance. When you're ready, let's go. So third and final sets. Focus on that core engagement. Big squeeze, little pause at the top. Bring the elbow right around the ribs. And make sure you stay grounded through that front foot. Keep the toe down. Stability into the ankle. One more and then swap sides. All right, when you're ready, straight in. Get that length into the spine first though. Remember, flat back, strong back, engaged core. Five seconds. Okay, good. All right. So if you want to work extra challenging for the last set, what you can do is grab your second dumbbell and then start from here with the feet hip distance apart. And so you'll have the dumbbells resting here. And then if you want to take the overhead press, you keep the palms facing in. When you're ready, let's go. Step to the side. And so you can pause or both arms up, drop down. Completely up to you. So remember, as you lift the knee, drive through the foot, get that little pause at the top, maintain and hold your balance. Definitely feel the difference with those two dumbbells, that's for sure. Slowed me down a bit. Halfway point, 30 seconds to go. Hopefully it did the same for you. And so you don't need to lift anything super heavy when you do these multifaceted, functional movement exercises. You'll notice that the intensity is up without lifting too heavy. Good, last one. Finish on the press. Good job. All right. Shake the arms out. Dumbbells out to the side. Shake off the arms and legs. I'm going to show you the next two blocks of exercise, or the next round of two exercises. If you need to take longer to recover, press pause and then join back in when you're ready. Otherwise, I'm going to start off with a little push-up side plank combo. That's pretty easy. The second exercise, we're going to work into penguin squats. Heels in, toes turned out, and you can go body weight or dumbbell for the first exercise. And then we have the feet hip distance, palms over the chest, and we hip hinge into this good morning exercise. And you can do that with body weight first round, and then the option to add a dumbbell for round 2 and 3, all right? So when you're ready, we're going to start down on the floor. Push-up position. You can do the first round on the knees. So from here, take a push-up, lift up onto the toes, and then open out into side plank. Take the top arm, reach forward as far as you can, drop back down into the push-up. So we want to get that rotation into the shoulder joint as we reach, move, ground down. And you can stay up on the toes if you like for the push-up. Otherwise, for the first round, just focus on the alignment, the technique. You might feel like you need a little bit more active recovery after the first block of work. And so it's nice to take things in stages as you go through each round. Remember to lift the hip as you open to the side. Okay, good job. Alrighty. Have a little stretch if you need it. Up onto your feet. So let's do the first round body weight. Get a feel for that alignment through the joints. The core, strength into the core. So with the penguin squat, the focus is to get into inner thighs and outer glutes, which often get quite neglected. So heels towards each other, toes out to the side, hands to the chin. We're going to do 30 seconds on each. You don't need to drop too low. Won't be quite as low as you would have on a regular wide squat. But feel this inner thigh work and this outer glute work. And so I'll show you from the side. So you got the feet here, drop down, push up. Give that length into the spine, strength into the core. Okay, pause there, square the feet off, hands across the chest, and then hinge, parallel to the floor, push through the feet, stand up. So you can even take one hand to the belly, one hand to the lower back. And so as you hinge forward, feel that engagement and alignment. And then push through the feet. Feel that pull through the back of the legs, like you would in a deadlift. Good, one more. Perfect, good job. All right, shake out the legs. Make your way down to the floor. So, there we go, we'll do 2 more rounds. So if you want to progress up onto push-ups on the toes, take that option. If you want to take a kneeling plank, you could always drop the bottom knee down to the mat as well, completely up to you. So as always, choose whatever variation you need. Take it at your own pace. Let's go. So, best with the feet about hip distance. 1 push-up. Open out to the side. Push down through the bottom arm. Take your top arm, reach forward all the way over. Strong plank. 1 push-up. Open out to the side. Lift the hip. Big circle forward. Remember, lift the top hip, engage through the core, steady and strong in those legs. 20 seconds to go. You can always drop down to the knees if you need to. Absolutely no need to rush. You're best off moving a little bit slower with more focus and control. And focusing on that strength and engagement into the body. 1 last push up. Okay, good job. Drop down to the knees, take a little stretch if you need to. So if you want to use a light dumbbell, you can use a light dumbbell this round. Otherwise, just focus on body weight and keep that strength and activation into the core and that focus on alignment. So from here up, if you want the dumbbell, take that, heels in towards each other, toes turning out, dumbbell under the chin, elbows in. When you're ready, let's go. And so you shouldn't get any pain or compression in the lower back. Yeah. Elbows to the inside of the knees. You really feel that push through the heels and that squeeze and engagement into the glutes at the top of the exercise. Good, 1 more. Perfect. Square the feet off. Hold the weight across the chest. When you're ready, hinge forward and then stand up. So these kind of exercises are really good too if you've got a strong yoga practice. It'll help with your swan dives forward, hinging from the hip, that length into the spine, that activation of the hamstrings. Good job. All right, dumbbell down. Catch your breath for a moment. 3rd and final set through. Goes pretty quick because we keep the body moving. Anytime you may need to stop and grab a drink, feel free to grab a little drink along the way as well. All right, 3rd and final sets. So when you're ready, starting in push-up position, on the knees or the toes, doesn't matter. When you're ready, let's go. Open, lift, big stretch forward. Aim to get as many as you can up on the toes. So if you haven't done any on the toes yet, give yourself a little challenge. This is the 3rd set. You don't get another chance after this, so you want to make the most of it, hey? So, yeah. Even if you just do 1, maybe 2 up on the toes, and then drop down. Good, big stretch. Keep lifting the hip up as you lengthen to the side. We're going to finish off with one big push-up. On the toes if you can. Good job. All right, shift the weight back. Tiny stretch if you need to. Take a couple of breaths. All right, almost there. So up onto your feet. Grab the dumbbell if you want it. Penguin squat and good mornings. Heels in, toes out, elbows to the inside of the knees. When you're ready, let's go. Remember, grounded through all 5 toes, especially into the big toe. Keep that stability into the ankle, that grounding into the arch of the foot. Last one. Okay, good. Pause there. Square off the hips. Hinge forward. Long spine, flat back. Keep the chest open. It's that slight bend of the knee. You only need to hinge to parallel to the floor. Doesn't need to be any lower than that. Drive through the heels on the way up. Okay, good job. Well done. All right, dumbbells out of the way. So, third and final set through. This one's got a bit of a challenging exercise that we're going to do backward stepping lunge. Using light dumbbells. If you want to add the side raise, you can. Not an option though. So dumbbells start beside the body or just in front. And so you can either take an alternating backward stepping lunge, or if you really want to challenge yourself, bring the dumbbells to the front, and as you step back, take a side raise. All right, that's the option. And then from there, we're going to lie down on the floor. We'll have the dumbbells. We're going to do a lying overhead tricep extension and a little sit-up. So I'll give you the option for that when we get there. If you need to take a bit longer break, press pause. Otherwise, get yourselves ready. Let's go. 3 rounds through. Third block of work, final bit of work. So let's give it all we got left. Start with just the stepping lunge first, so hands beside the body. Let's set up the movement through the legs first. So big step back, knee pretty much to the ground. But then maintain that stability into the front foot. So toe down on the big foot, or the big toe I should say. I've got a pretty big foot though, but that's irrelevant. And that'll help you maintain this ankle stability. That'll also help maintain this knee alignment as well. Last one. Okay, good. All right. So from there, make your way down to the mat. Move that little microphone out of the way. And so lying down face up with the dumbbells. So we've got this tricep overhead extension. So we'll do that about 3 or 4 times, working into the back of the arms. And then from here, we can crunch all the way up, roll back down. So we go 3 or 4. Watch for the head. And then from there, we can crunch, take the arms up, and then roll down slowly. If the crunch is a bit too much, you can just do a baby crunch or continue with the triceps. Completely up to you. And if that gets too much, what you can do is you can drop one dumbbell down, you can take the other dumbbell end to end, and you can do 3 or 4 tricep extensions like this, and then you can crunch all the way up with the dumbbell there. Completely up to you. Okay, good job. All right. There we go, first round done. So, moving into round 2, back up onto your feet. So 2 rounds to go of these 2 exercises, and then that's our last bit of work. So if you want to challenge leg strength, shoulder strength, balance the whole lot, here's what we do. Start with the dumbbells in front. As we step back, we take a side raise. Alternate sides, and then aim to get this little pause at the top of the movement. So I'll show you from the front. So we step back, side raise. Little pause. Strong shoulders. Yeah, good. Really challenging exercise, this one. Got everything firing up on all cylinders now. So just keep on right where you are. 20 seconds to go. Feel like work into the shoulders. Strength and balance into the legs. Almost there, 10 seconds. Yeah. Always save the big ones for last. Good, last one. Whew. Good job. All right. Dumbbells down. Hit the floor. So you can have both dumbbells or one dumbbell on its own if you prefer. Whatever feels best. When you're ready, lying down. And so if you want to get a bit more range, take the dumbbells end to end. And then from there, crunch all the way up, down slowly. So you want to use the strength in the core to control the down phase. Good, tuck the chin in, roll up. Aim to keep those feet grounded all the way through. Focus on strength into the core, mobility into the spine. When you're ready, good, down slow and steady. Good, big push up, nice and strong. Almost there. All the way up. And rest. Whew. Alrighty. Dumbbells down. Whew. Third and final set. So here we are. Last bit of work. Goes fast. Time flies when we're having fun or working hard. Even better when it's both. So, get yourselves ready. Let's do it. That's why I like this kind of training. It goes quick, pretty fun, it's super effective, it's engaging into the body. Yeah. And so this last set, just get in as many as you can with that strength and control. Almost there, keep moving. 30 seconds to go. It's your halfway point, so. Whew. Sweat dripping now. Arms out to shoulder height. Lead with the elbows. Yeah. Almost there. Last one. Okay, good. Whew. All right. Dumbbells down. Hit the floor. Last little bit. So, ready? Grab the dumbbells. Feet grounded. When you're ready, 3 or 4 on the triceps, whatever you're feeling. And then big crunch up. Slowly roll down. Good, here we go. All the way up. "20 seconds to go. Almost there. Last little bit of work. Control that down phase, especially as you start to fatigue and things are getting almost done. 10 seconds. Whoa. Always feels better once it's done, hey? Last crunch. All the way up. And relax. Dumbbells out to the side. Take a moment, settle here. Extend out through the legs. Take the arms out wide. Just take a few deep breaths. Let the whole body relax and go heavy. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Just release into the lower back. Okay, from here, just cross one leg over. Little figure 4 stretch on each side. Just relax the shoulders down. Stay a couple of minutes here, just a few little stretches. Open up into the hips. Just to balance a little bit. Most importantly, just start to focus on the breath. And so we want to begin this process of calming the nervous system, slowing everything down a little bit. Swapping sides, cross over, reach through. Okay, good job. Release. Slowly rolling up. Soles of the feet together. Let's just take a nice little forward fold to finish off with. So from here, take the arms forward, stretch all the way out through the fingertips. And then from here, getting this length into the lumbar spine. Fold forward as far as you can. Relax the neck, let the head hang heavy. Take a few deep breaths here. A nice lengthening into the lumbar spine. Good job. Slowly rolling up. Nice work, everyone. As always, any questions, feel free to reach out on Instagram. If you're looking for music for these workouts, feel free to follow my Spotify, Mark Moon Fit Yogi. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.